Hi, I'm Michelle Durham. I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist at Boston Medical Center. And so what I hear and what I know is that we're trying to figure out now, all of these kids are going to eventually go back to school and families have continued to work, but there's been a lot of loss. And not just loss in that they can't hang out with their friends during this time or go to school, but there's also loss in the fact that we know that Black and Brown people were the most affected by the pandemic, that were from low-income communities. And so there's a lot of death. And so I want schools and our communities and our policymakers to really think critically about how do we set up that school system and the teachers there to basically provide a space for kids that are going to be dealing with a lot, and we want them to learn and thrive. But teachers, staff, and the students will have been traumatized by this pandemic in many, many ways. And they have to deal with grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins who were lost during this time, on top of what we all know about racism and discrimination and the impact that's had on their families. And so I think we need to think very broadly and critically at a policy level. And I invite your thoughts on how do we do that to set up our school systems, not only in those that are the most and well-resourced, but also in those that have been historically low-resourced, and provide them the ability to have a counselor, to have groups, to have therapy, to have all their needs met, so that they can thrive and learn at school when so much has happened for them in this past year.